FBI says Congress tipped off Awans about arrest. FBI agents say that members of Congress tipped off the Awans about their imminent indictment, allowing them to destroy vital evidence relating to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Federal agents say that preceding his arrest, Imran Awan acted like a man who knew he would be arrested. It was also no coincidence that Awan's wife fled the country in March after evading the FBI at Dulles International Airport to flee to Pakistan. TruePundit.com reports she had cardboard boxes for luggage. One FBI agent said the school didn't even know she took her kids out. Now, a faction of FBI veterans believe the couple's puzzling behavior is explained by even more troubling revelations. Information about the grand jury convened to investigate Awan and his wife Ina Alvi for bank fraud and illicit money transfers was likely leaked to the Pakistani couple. Awan and Alvi were both former IT workers hired by Democratic Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Additionally, Imran and his wife, along with two brothers, performed IT and computer programming work for at least 18 more Democratic lawmakers in Congress. But it was Wasserman, the former chairwoman of the DNC, who kept the pair employed despite the booming criminal case. Federal agents said it appears more than likely a leak could have originated from any member of Congress linked to the Awan family. Federal law enforcement sources believe officials in Congress were tipped off by a subsequent leak in the Justice Department or the hierarchy of the FBI itself. The grand jury convened in U.S. District Court in the District of Columbia on November 13, 2016. Within weeks, Awan and his wife started moving money, lots of it, to Pakistan in parts unknown, federal agents said. By the time Awan and Alvi were indicted on August 17th, they had liquidated well over $2 million in U.S.-backed assets and property, sources and records show. That amount is likely to grow as agents continue to work the cases. And as much as $800,000 of that money was liquidated after Awan's FBI arrest, exactly 2 weeks before his indictment. You gotta laugh or you're gonna go crazy. It is no coincidence Awan began liquidating assets like a madman in the days before his July 24th arrest, FBI sources and public records confirm. In fact, Awan closed deals on the sale of two houses over $800,000. Both real estate assets were owned by he and his wife, and he accepted buy offers on properties the same day of his arrest. This was a small feat in itself because she was hiding 7,500 miles away in Pakistan. Awan was also lining up cash advances on credit line accounts and liquidating other financial instruments, federal sources said. Federal agents said it is evident Awan was in a rush to liquidate assets prior to arrest and indictment in a possible attempt to shield the real estate from prosecutors who could seize or freeze the couple's properties. These new revelations of high-placed leaks flowing from multiple branches of government follow similarly disturbing news that when Awan's wife was preparing to flee the United States to Pakistan, the FBI's efforts to arrest her were blocked by now fired ex-FBI Director James Comey and Andrew McCabe, Deputy FBI Director. Do you see? A disturbing pattern has emerged in this growing case where it has become evident that Awan has been helped along the way. Of course he was, and there you have it, McCabe, Comey, and who does this link to? Clinton, Obama. A disturbing pattern has emerged in the growing case where it has become evident that Awan has been helped along the way. Absolutely, again, I'm repeating that, including intervention by Wasserman Schultz, who vouched for at least one Awan Congressional Federal Credit Union loan, a transaction which is now central in the indictment. Awans' strategy to sell his wife's real estate assets while she was far from the clutches of the FBI might have paid off. Public records show just 2 weeks before the couple's indictment, Awans closed on a sale of at least one Lorton, Virginia home on August 3rd for $617,000. FBI agents may not have been aware of the August 3rd cash out at the time either, sources said, but they know now Awans, by selling assets prior to the date of the couple's indictment, may have again found a loophole to stay under the radar of federal agents, sources said. This is another reason federal agents believed he had some guidance on these matters. After his indictment, any large financial transaction would be monitored by the Justice Department and Awans' federal pretrial intervention caseworker, who reports to the district court clerk and ultimately Awans' federal case judge. Awans' assets would have been essentially frozen with any sales pending the approval of the courts and the DOJ, sources said. So all this was stopped, you get it? Likewise, when Alvi was preparing to flee the United States, she liquidated retirement funds and wired mortgage settlements totaling almost $600,000 to Pakistan prior to her departure. Federal agents said it was apparent Alvi had no intentions to return to the United States when 3 weeks after her departure, Imran started listing his Hawks Head Drive home in Lorton, among others, on the market for $629,000. Then, approximately 3 days before his arrest, he dropped the sale of the house to $617,000. You know, I'm like just I can't even say what's going on here. Awans' real estate agent edited the property's MLS listing at the time to reflect the emotions of a worried seller, adding price improvement motivated sellers. Days later, it was sold. Again, on the same day, Awans was arrested while trying to flee to Pakistan himself. You're going to tell me these people didn't have help? Alvi purchased the Lorton home in 2008 for $470,000, from a Velo mortgage with less than 3% down, records show. The sale price of the home was almost $400,000 lower than the previous sale of $840,000. Velo at the time was the residential mortgage arm of Goldman Sachs, generous and longtime personal and campaign benefactors of Hillary Clinton and the Democratic National Committee, which was previously chaired by Wasserman Schultz. Could any of us have gotten those kind of loans? I'm just asking, a random question with 3% down. Do you see where I'm going? It all stems to Hillary Clinton and the DNC. And the FBI with James Comey. It doesn't mean that the rest of the FBI, they just weren't given all the information. They were kept in the dark. Awans and his wife, as well as his 2 brothers, are also targets of an investigation into an alleged procurement scam where the group is suspected of stealing equipment, BlackBerry phones, and hacking house IT systems without permission. Listen, if they could get off with that kind of money, this is just peanuts to them. Wasserman Schultz could not be reached for comment, of course not. The lingering question is whether the FBI will be granted permission to investigate Congress for leaks which could implicate the Justice Department or bosses at the FBI. Sources at the Bureau said they have their doubts. Do you see? Do you see where we're going with this? Basically, what it boils down to is that everything is a mess. The country has been compromised for years, and you can't expect Trump to be able to do all of this by himself, and he has been riddled with opposition on all ends, from the media, from the DNC, the sellout Bernie Sanders. This was all, and you're going to tell me that Hillary wasn't making money off of Awans' work? Hillary allowed this through Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and Hillary was pocketing a big chunks of money. This is peanuts in comparison. Hillary was actually selling out the secrets. She was getting Awans to do it, most likely, to do the dirty work for what we consider a lot of money. Hillary considers it chump change. So, but Hillary, once he got the information, she guaranteed that he was going to be able to get the information over to all these groups that wanted this information, and she was pocketing. Let's check out Hillary's bank accounts, and when these big deposits were probably being made to Hillary's account, and trace where they were coming from. See, you get where I'm going with it? This is small fries, actually. And why is Sessions and everybody not doing anything about this? They're saying McCabe is involved. We know Comey is involved now. I mean, it's really disturbing to say how deep this runs, how deep this story runs. Unreal, unreal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.